What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. We are happy to be with you today. Yesterday's show, sorry, we had to take that one off. Where I am, we had some really strong storms come actually through, and my power was not on. So it's kind of hard to do a show without that. But yeah, so definitely glad to be back here today with y'all. Got my main man Joe here. Joe, how is it going, man?
Really good, man. Had a really good couple days. The PRAs, because I was confused, both of them cashed. Draymond and Brooke Lopez. We
Nice.
didn't do the recap yesterday because, like you just said. But both of them cashed. Both of them cashed before the fourth quarter started. So I like sweat free winners.
Love it. Love it. Um, what was our play of the day from Tuesday? It was something that
We missed Cavs team total yesterday.
yeah, that was yesterday. I forgot what Tuesdays was, but it like easily won. It easily won. I've had so much going on.
Warriors team total. That's what it was.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
They came back because they had a hell of a third quarter. They had 37 or 35-point third quarter.
That was one of those like actually looking back on that one, that looked like a very sharp call.
Hey, it worked.
Because but that was one. I think I texted you and actually had that one. And I was like, and I was like, the boys better step up.
Bro, I text you back. I was like, bro, they a third quarter team.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened, dude. Third quarter.
And actually, like as soon as you said that, there's when I was like, yeah, man. Actually, they've been a third quarter team for years. Like, because I used to bet them before the game. I used to bet their third quarter spread.
Yeah, because you used to be like -1 or -2 or something.
That was back like I'm like 4 years ago or maybe 5. Like actually, like that was a while ago. But I remember like they were just covering the third quarter spread like almost every game.
The world caught up to it when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. That's when the world caught up to it. I was like, but that was my secret cash cow, though.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Just like Draymond Green, I am now a fan, brother. Keep it rolling. They keep pricing them at 21 PRAs. The dude could damn near do that without points. Like, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep riding it, man. Him and Brooke Lopez right now. Both of them.
J-Bo, what's going on, man? Glad to see you in here. All right, we got some people starting to get in here now. Guys, if there's any certain games you want us to go over, drop them in the chat. We'll be happy to go over them because this slate, there's only a couple games that we really like. So we're definitely going to focus more on those. So if there's anything certain you want to see, like I said, definitely drop it in the chat. Man, the Clippers,
they did me 2 days in a row.
Right. Like they're not like they're obviously not as bad as the Suns, even though they just lost to the Suns, but I can't figure them out, man. So that's for me, that's just a stay away team, man.
Yeah, because I had them against the Suns, right? I had a 3-spread parlay, crazy payout odds, and they were up by like 19. I go to bed and wake up, they lost? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
crazy,
wild, man. And then yesterday, I'm like, okay, well, they're going to drop a game since they just stole a game from me. They're going to drop it to my Pistons. Nope. So I went 3-1 yesterday, so that was my only one. I'm cool with that.
I got you. Well, yeah, man, let's get into this. Let's go to the Pacers and Hawks game first.
All right.
Looks like the Pacers opened up here as a 1-point favorite. Now it's up to 3.5 total. It opened up at 246.5. It's up to 248.5. Both of those moves, side and total, to me both make sense. Pacers side, to me, the way both teams are playing, I mean, they definitely should be. The favorites here. And as far as the total, both of these teams like to play with pace. Hawks, as far as defense, that to them is just not really a thing.
They don't do it.
So for me here, Hawks are also a team. I don't know why, man. I just don't trust them. I just never do.
They have a pretty decent ATS record though. But
yeah, and you would
no
think
they're gonna be the outright dog winner, or are they just gonna get blown out by 20. Like it's no in between with them. They are very volatile.
Well, this is, and actually, that's a great point for this game here. With how high that this like total is, and where the spread is at, and with how exactly what you just said, with how volatile this is. If I did like the Hawks, this would definitely be a money line play. I actually wouldn't even take those points because that's just not enough points to me in such a high variance game where the scoring is going to be so much. But for me, I personally do not like the Hawks side here tonight, so I'm not going to worry about that. But and then J-Bo, Hawks are his favorite underdog.
Yeah, they're mine too, especially against like the Bucks because they hate the Bucks and the Knicks. They hate both.
And I just cashed that one. That was another one. What from Tuesday night? I had the Bucks. Man, I had them at what was it? -5.5.
And it closed at
1-6.
Yeah.
So that was sweaty. I think they were up by 8 there at the end, and then kind of blew the cover, and then had to get it right back at the very end of the game. But yeah, man. To me here, Pacers, man, they're like team total is set at 125 or 125.5. I mean that's obviously high. But if you look at who they're playing against tonight, I mean the Hawks. If you just look at their last 4 games. They have cleared that every single time. They've given up 127, 130, 135, and 131.
And the thing is, Miami's not really an offensive minded team, and they got 131, like you were saying.
Right. So for me, this is a Pacers team total over spot. It's not a strong feel like this is not my favorite game, but to me it just makes a lot of sense though. Do you have any feel here?
So the head-to-head, the last 5 times they played, the Pacers have cleared 125 all 5 times. So I don't know if it makes you feel better. Last time they played, what was it? 132, 130, 157, 126, and 150. So against the Hawks, they size up and they run. But I think I'll just lay the 3. But the money line for the Pacers is my favorite play. It's a parlay, please, because it is -160. But I think I'm gonna lay the 3 with the Pacers because the total's so high, and I do think they win. I am nervous about it. I don't like it. You know what? I just ride the team total with you, man.
I was about to say
score. Like that's what I'm not concerned about them scoring or not. I'm concerned about them covering that 3. I hate giving teams 3 when they're at home. Right? That's just not a good look.
I hadn't looked. I didn't realize that they had recently played.
Yeah,
and
they played a little less than a month ago, or January 1st or 2nd.
Yeah. So actually they put up 132 on them there.
Yep.
And tonight they're at the Hawks. Hawks are at home, and we know what they're going to do at home. They're going to push the pace.
Yep.
So yeah, to me, and yeah, there is our man Spread in the chat.
Okay.
He is definitely agreeing here.
Circle the wagons. I'm gonna ride.
Yeah, that's
just ride the team total there.
Definitely my favorite look here. Because even if the
Hawks cover or win,
I was about to say this is one that the Hawks can definitely win, but this team total would like hit because it's going to be like one of those like 135 to 132 type like games or something like that. So I mean, if you like the Hawks tonight, then the full game over. Actually, like I would just play that. Like if you actually like the Hawks tonight, like I said, to me, I don't specifically like them tonight. So that's where I'm at here.
I like the Pacers a lot, but I just hate giving a team 3 when they're at home. That just sounds like it just screams underdog outright. And not that confident in it. I am confident in that 125 though. So I'll just ride that, take the safe play.
J-Bo, we're gonna get to that game, man. That is our favorite game of the night by far. So yeah, do not worry. We are definitely going to get there. Let's talk about the 76ers and Celtics spot. Celtics are on the Celtics are on a back-to-back here. We'll just start off here. This total or the side, it looked like it opened at minus 13. It's still basically there. This total though, it opened up at 225. It is down to 218 and a half. That's a big move to the under. I can see that. I can understand that. Right now is one of my favorite spots though. That I love to do is I like to be the buyback. When these start to move a little too much. And to me, 218 and a half, that's starting to look a little low now. So this isn't one that I'm going to bet. It's just not one of my favorite plays at all. But I would have to lean to the over here. To me, why I'm like ultimately staying off this game is this is a Celtics spot and a Celtics team that can, if they want, I think to blow them out and like cover this number, they definitely can. I also think they could kind of coast actually like a little bit and get that 8 or 9 point win. It's just how are they feeling on this certain night, and obviously we do not know that. So that's why for me, that's why I'm just going to stay away.
So no Embiid, I'm cool with that. The Sixers look better without Embiid. No Paul George, no Tyrese Maxey. Like Quentin Grimes is all right, but he's not a first scorer option. No. Kelly Oubre, this dude's gonna have like the floor to do whatever the hell he wants. If you guys look at props, I would say start with Kelly Oubre and just ladder him probably to the moon. But for me, I'm taking the over, not worried about it. The Celtics do not like the Sixers. The Celtics are one of, I think it's my second watch team. Like between the Rockets and the Celtics, I watch those two a lot. The Celtics do not like the 76ers. It don't matter who's playing, they're going to score. The 76ers, what we know, they don't play defense. They gave up 142 to the Chicago Bulls, who averaged 110 at the time. They gave up 142. That was like 5 games ago. But still, that's a lot of points. The Knicks put up 110 on them. The Warriors put up 119. And those are, in my mind, defensive-minded teams. They're not really like, we're going to come out and just beat you. But I'm liking the Celtics team total over. It was at 217 earlier. I'm sorry. Yeah. It was at 117 earlier.
117,
yeah, 117. And I think the full game total is at 218. But I liked it at over 220, and I still like it. To me, when I look at the line trends and what's been happening, as I look back a couple days, the lines have been moving, and it doesn't really matter. The game's either going to sail over or sail under. I think this one gets to the 230s, in just my personal opinion. If Philly keeps it remotely close, like I really just need Philly to hit 98 points. The Celtics will get you the rest of the way. So
I understand it. But yeah, this is a game where I think everybody is actually on the under here. This is one where I feel like everybody is, but just like I said, at some point, there's always going to be a buyback because that's like to like day. I had an actual like college basketball game. It was actually played at 1 o'clock. That like total started out at 159. And as far as this actual like, conference goes, over the past, I mean, shit, like 8 to 10 years, this like conference when actually this actually tournament starts, these games just like go like under. Like I I forgot. I like had it earlier, but they've been hitting at a very good rate, and people are just blindly betting them now. Like actually, like that's how good they've actually been. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that number started at 159. It got down to 153. Okay. And that's when I was like, hold up. Like, I understand, but these are fast paced teams that can score. Like, I understand it all, but like that number's low. So then I came back and I gave out the over. The over 153 and a half is actually the number that I got and gave out to clients. The game ended 85-86. It like soared over. Wasn't even close. So that's what I'm saying. It's there is always a good buyback point. Like there just is.
Yeah.
So you just have to figure out what that number is. But anyway, that just I wanted to throw that out there because today that literally like happened. So yeah. Man, let's I guess go to your team, man. Rockets are playing the Pelicans. This number opened up at Rockets at minus 5.5. Looks like it's minus 4.5 at most places now. Total opened up at 229.5. Hasn't changed a whole lot. Looks like it's 230.5 at most places now. You got 231.5 at actually some spots. Man, I'm not in tune with this team as much as you are. I feel like this team is really. I don't know. I don't know the right wording. I'm not really sure if came down to earth is the right wording for it.
This team, the way it's priced is very different every time. Like I look at this team a lot, even if I bet it or not, because I'm in Houston, it's the number one game on TV. I look at it, and one day they're priced like -7, and you're like, wait, what? And then the other day they're like -12. It's like, now wait a minute. Like there's like huge swings in the way Vegas sees them. In my mind, they cover this 4.5 easily, right? And I'm not saying that because I'm a homer. I'm saying that because they will outcoach the hell out of the Pelicans. It's not even close. Like the rotations and everything, the Rockets are solid at that. They're all bought into it. When I look at the Pelicans, I see dysfunction. I see Zion, who they're finally letting his minutes go up. They were afraid to play him 30 minutes because he's so injury prone because he's out of shape. I look at CJ McCollum, who could shoot the lights off the ball, but it's like, damn, what else? Like, what else? What else can you do? Like, if the Pelicans are gonna win, they're gonna try to have to outscore somebody. So I like the Rockets -4.5, but I also like the total. I feel like the reason why this line is priced as low as it is because the Rockets just hung up 102 against the Pacers and they lost. But one thing you got to understand is they just went to OKC the day before and put up 128. Then the very next day, they had to go to Indiana and they only put up 102. That was a back-to-back. They didn't do too good, but this line is far too much of an overreaction. They definitely cleared 230?
Yeah.
They definitely clear that, but I also like the Rockets -4.5.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Pelicans total goes, this is actually on the lower end.
Yeah. They don't play defense.
So I mean, yeah, to me, just the full game over makes a lot of sense. What it looks like they've gone over 4 straight games now.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, this is another game that I was gonna kind of wait to hear what actually you had to say. Over to me makes sense. It's not by my numbers, it's not really a strong edge. I have this at 232. So
Over.
I was about to say, so yeah, it's actually saying over, but for me, it's just not an actual big edge that I'd actually really play. But to me, it definitely all makes sense though.
Yeah, I like both of them a lot. I already have the over in one of my lotto parlays. So since I have the over in the lotto parlay, I may just lay the Rockets full game half, like 4.5.
Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm looking at tennis scores.
That's Sonego.
We have a lot of. He hasn't started yet.
Okay.
We have our actual Echeverry and Minsick match. We had that over 22.5, and looks like Echeverry just held to get to a second set tiebreak, which means we cashed the over 22.5.
There we go.
So yeah, that's a good start to our day. All right, let's get back here. All right, guys, let's just go and get into it. Knicks, Lakers. Chat, I want y'all to do something for me. Most of the time, Joe and I, or actually me and whoever does these shows, we don't really talk about these games much. Actually, like pre-show, like actually, like especially this game, we like to talk out the games, actually like with y'all. But this is one where I've been looking at it all damn day, and I cannot figure this line out, why it is where it's at. And I've done a lot of digging, been digging into trends. I've dug into everything. So if somebody can tell me why the Lakers are only laying 3 points here,
I gave a point back.
Go ahead.
I gave a point back.
Okay. So yeah, chat. If you can let me know of why this is only 3, please let me know. The Lakers, they actually do play the Celtics. That actually game is Saturday night. That's the only thing that I could actually come up with. But this is a Thursday night TNT game. I don't know why I don't know how it would just be a big look ahead. So it looks like everybody for the Lakers is actually going to be playing. We'll actually like the big names.
Yeah, Luka and Bron.
And I don't get it. And yeah, like Edgar, man, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't like, and exactly to your next point too. Trends, everything, the eye test, trends, everything you want to look at. This is because I was like trying to look at it and be like, okay, are the Lakers not good in this type of spot or something? And no, it's actually the Knicks. The Knicks are not good in actually this type of spot. The Knicks versus good teams have not been good the whole season.
At all. Any team over 500, you can almost blindly bet against the Knicks. Like,
yeah, I just don't understand.
So
I was about to say, before I go anymore, Joe, do you want to?
I got 2 random facts that wouldn't show up. One, today is Josh Hart's birthday, right? So he might play out of his mind. So it is a little bit of a revenge game, I guess, if you can call it that, because he started his career with the Lakers for 2 years. But whatever. I'm not buying into that. And the second thing is, I think this is Karl Anthony Towns' first game back. There may be a weird health motivation. Someone close to him has cancer, right? Yeah. So this could be a spot where the team rallies around that. It just defies the odds from one game. Just like when the Spurs did when Wemby went out for the blood clots, they came out and they just destroyed whoever they were playing, and then they went on a complete losing streak. So I'm thinking, I don't know. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But if this is a trap, you caught me. because I'm not overthinking this. Most people are gonna overthink this, and they're gonna say the public is all over the Lakers. You have to fade the public. It's the nighttime game, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna fade the Lakers. To me, if it's not Christmas early, I don't know what it is. Like if I lose, I lose. Like I'm very responsible with my bankroll, and this is one of those if I lose type situations. But I'm playing it. So
Man, I like really think I'm going to go to our trusty first half.
yeah,
Since the All-Star break,
is that
Lakers
because that's
do
what
I?
I saw. That's my play too for this one.
Well, yeah, the Lakers have covered every first half.
Not even close.
They've been coming out strong, and I think that's what I'm going to be on here because the numbers don't make any sense. But like you're saying, could see something weird, like actually that. And so yeah, the full game. I'm actually just going to leave it alone here. But first half looks like you can get a -1.5. That's to me is short.
That came down from earlier. It was at -2 and I almost slammed
Right.
it. I
Right.
put the -4 full game in one of my lotto parlays. It's on my page if you want it. But and I gave a point back, so I got it at +100 because I'm like, just looking at the Lakers' last 5 games, they beat everybody by 5 or more. Like, and all of those teams in my mind are better than the Knicks. Like, I would, if you tell me you beat the Timberwolves 111 and 102, I'm gonna say, okay, you could beat the Knicks by 4. That's just the way I see it. It's also hard to beat a team back to back, and they did that to the Clippers twice, both times by 4 or more. So, and what they just did to the Pelicans, it ought to be illegal. Like 136 to 115. So they just had a 21-point blowout. Um, their offense is firing on all cylinders. Luka has made LeBron play off the ball, and they figured it out. They figured it out, man, and it's a lot quicker. And before Vegas catches up to it, I'm just gonna keep riding that train. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, man. Lakers first half. That's yeah. Why there's a play.
I cashed them when they were +140. Like I took them on the money line at +140,
right.
and it cashed twice. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep playing it until they figure it out. So,
Edgar, yeah, we did go over that. Joe, do you want to tell him what we like there?
we like the team total. I think there's a 3-way ride with spread for over 125. We know that the Hawks aren't going to play defense. We also know that in all 5 times head to head that the Hawks and Pacers played, the Pacers have scored over 125. They had 2 games in the 150s. So the Hawks aren't going to play defense. The Pacers love to push the pace. That's just, I think that's where we are. But I do personally, I have the Pacers in a money line in a lotto parlay. But I like them at 3.5 as well. So that's where we are.
Like it. Guys, if you have any other games you want us to go over, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Today's slate is kind of shorter. This is going to be a shorter show. So if there's anything you want us to go over, definitely drop it in the chat. I don't even think I have to really even ask you, Joe.
Yeah.
Our play of the day, Lakers first half.
Yep.
That's a pretty. If it's a trap, then it's a trap, and I'll so like it's just one of those that I'm playing. I can't find anything to make me go that way. So, with that being said, guys, college basketball for actually me is running incredibly hot. I'm on a 33-8 run now. Yeah, and tonight I have a 5-unit max play. I do not have those very, 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 very much. And tonight I have one. I have that plus let me look. At least two other plays. Um, I've already cashed one this late morning. I have that, and I have three other plays to actually tonight too. So tonight I have four college basketball games going. One of those is a max play. The sale we have going 25% off. That is still going on for the next few actually hours here. You can look at if you're on Twitter, it is pinned the link. If you're on YouTube, the actual link is actually also on there. So yeah, come actually join us this run.
Legendary.
I've had some pretty crazy runs, but I can't remember as far as a college basketball run quite like this. So yeah, just looking to keep that going, guys. Spread has a question. Didn't you say something about this?
I did. I'm looking at it now. I just put the filters on. I'll just keep it sweet. His minutes when Maxey, George, and Embiid are not on the court, his usage goes up to 27.8. His potential assists hit at an 80% clip at 3.8. And his assist line is at 1.5, which is a gift. Second, his minutes are 33.6. So he's going to be the focal point. His field goals attempts, they jump up to an average of 16.2. So all of that said, I like his PRA over 25.5 because he's averaging 28.4 in those games without those three players.
Okay.
So I like it. Yeah. I mean, if they're going to have a remote chance in hell, Oubre or Quentin Grimes just have to go off. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Even in a blowout, I still think he plays deep into the fourth just because it's that season for Philly. Like, they're just trying to get reps and figure out who can do what, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, guys. This looks like it's going to be the shortest show that we've done, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, today was just not as much on the card, and nobody really has any questions about anything else. So
I think real quick before we get out, my favorite prop today is Draymond Green over 22.5 PRA. The dude's just been a cash cow. If you look up his stats, here, let me 1 second. He averages 28.4 in the last 5 out of 5 and 25 in the last 9 out of 10. Head to head, he averages 21.6, but a lot of that I discount because of games in 21 and 22. But yeah, he's gonna go clear over this line. The reason why this line is as low as it is because of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, everybody's on his PRA, but the value's actually in Draymond. The reason why I say that is because if you look at the Warriors, Jimmy does the same thing every game. He plays deep into the second so that Steph can get a lot of rest. He facilitates the entire first half of the game, and Jimmy really doesn't get going until late third quarter, mid in the fourth quarter. That's when all of his stats tend to jump up. But he's facilitating a lot to Draymond. He's finding easy catch and shoot guys. So if anything, I would look at a Jimmy Butler assist. If you wanted to play Jimmy, I personally don't see any value in anything he has. I like the under for Jimmy because it could be a blowout. They're playing Brooklyn. Yeah, I like Draymond Green a lot. So I'm just gonna keep riding it. Been riding it the last 4 or 5 weeks, 4 or 5 games, and it's been cash and easy. So
you have. All right, guys. Well, if nobody else has anything, man, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Joe, tell them where to find you, and tell them what you have going on, and let's get out of here.
You can find me in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord in the general chat. I just throw out prize picks and underdogs. I think I'm actually done with prize picks. I got hooked like 8 out of my last 10 plays, which is almost insane.
It's nuts.
3 legs will cash early, like in the first half or third quarter, and then that last one hooks me. I'm done with prize picks. I'm moving to underdog. I've had a pretty nice streak at underdog, so I'll start throwing those in. You could also find me at Lay Off the Juice on Twitter/X, whatever you call the little bird app. And that's it.
All right, guys. Yep. Once again, college basketball tonight. We have a good slate. We have a max play going. I'm on a 33-8 run. Definitely join us for this. This is a perfect time. March. This is a great month. This is a fun month. So yeah. I just hope that everybody joins us. And Joe, take us out, man.
Another one. My boy DJ Khaled, he was on it. He said, "You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win."